way to start this video. Why would I say that? Hey friends, have you ever been curious about the glamorous life of a jewelry maker and a small business owner? Well, I'm gonna take you along for my day and you can see all the nitty gritty, so let's get started. So usually I start my mornings with a good old cup of coffee, which I've been drinking already, but I always have to reheat it at least once, maybe twice or 3 times because I'm really bad about drinking the whole thing at once. But look at my cute little cat mug. We have a lot to do today. I actually have like so much business stuff I need to take care of, but I'm kind of thinking I might put it off for like a day or two because I have a market this weekend. So I'm probably just gonna be making stuff and filming content because I'm gonna fill you in a little bit on my plan here. So basically right now I use my website through Big Cartel. So it's not a marketplace like Etsy, which means every bit of the traffic that goes to my website, I'm responsible for driving said traffic there. I also really like to do in-person markets, but it gets really confusing with sales tax and business licenses and just the whole process of going and packing all your stuff up and setting up and manning a table all day. It's a lot of work. Like a 4 or 5 hour market might be a 10-hour day, and not to mention like all the prep leading up to it. So ultimately my goal is to build my online community enough, which is you, to where I can just do online stuff, like online sales, tutorials, vlogs, content creation, that sort of thing. Because I feel like that like ultimately gives me a lot more time to be creative with my pieces. I'm not just so much being like, okay, well I have to build a huge inventory. I feel like would allow me to be more creative and have new designs more regularly, which I think would be more interesting for me and more interesting for you. Also gives me more time to do tutorials and share whatever little amount of knowledge that I have. So that's ultimately what I would like to do. So I'm hoping that like through this market season, it's currently the end of May 2026. My goal is that I'm going to use the rest of this market season to hopefully get through financially. We're not quite there. We're working on it. And then spend that time building like my online community enough that hopefully by this time next year we'll be entirely online. So we're trying to work on the content side of things a little bit. So also I'm trying my very best to be as authentic and genuine as possible. So this is me without makeup and me with messy hair and my messy house because I really need to clean it. So you're gonna get to come along for all of that. But I will say, since I'm gonna be filming like probably some TikToks and reels and stuff like that today, I'm gonna go put on makeup and I'm gonna try to get all looking nice. So cheers, let's go do that. Okay, so the house is all tidy, my chores are done. Now it's time to try and look all pretty for filming some other content. So I kind of like one thing that I do with my makeup. It's nothing that fancy. I just concealer, blush, mascara, maybe some highlighter. I have a package that I have to ship out and I need to get groceries because I'm not gonna lie, it gets kind of difficult sometimes, like having to balance like trying to build a business, trying to like create content to market myself, and then also balancing house stuff. It's a lot sometimes, but ultimately it's something that I really want, so I hope that it becomes like an actual sustainable form of income, because right now it's not, but we're working on it. We are getting there. So I think what I'm gonna do today, since I have those errands to run and I'm wanting to film content, I'm wanting to do some more like my process videos, and those are really time consuming. Like if a piece takes me like 30 minutes to make, if I'm filming it, it might take me like an hour and a half, and then I have to edit it, which could take like another 30-45 minutes. Like it's a whole process to do those, and I've been really bad about like just kind of doing my content as I go and not really planning things. Sometimes that leads to me not really having anything to post or just kind of panic posting something. Those longer videos, like the process videos, they do perform really well. They're just, like I said, really time consuming and a lot of effort, and I don't always feel like making them. So I'm thinking of trying to take like a new approach of like, okay, here's like a day of me planning my content, filming it for like the week, or at least least for several days, and then like a day to edit all that. And then I feel like that would give me more time to like actually focus on creating and coming up with more designs, because as I've been doing these more in-depth videos, I feel like it's kind of limited my availability for creating and designing new pieces, which I don't want. Like, the whole point of this is for me to be creative and to share things with you. We're gonna have to work on that. We're still learning about how to balance stuff. So I'm kind of thinking that what I'll do today is like film one process video and then like go run my errands that I have to run, and then come back and do the other ones. So then I kind of have like a little break in that whole time-consuming process, and I'm still taking care of the things that I need to take care of, because sometimes I am really bad about like taking care of the videos or the creating, and then it's the end of the day and I'm like, oh crap, I have to go run all these errands. I'm gonna try to break it up a little bit today. Also, I think it's really funny, like I grew up in the like Sweet Life on Deck, Hannah Montana generation of like Disney Channel, and I think it's really funny because I remember in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, like I remember like London Tipton used to be like really weird about like giving Maddie, I think, was that Ashley Tisdale's character, Maddie? I don't really remember. Used to give her such a hard time about like outfit repeating, and I feel like that was even kind of a little bit of a thing on TikTok not too long ago or something. But I am awful about outfit repeating. Like, you've probably seen me wear the same exact shirt so many times with the same pants, and I wear the same jewelry every day. I just kind of feel like, you know, if it looks good and you like it and it's still your style, like, why change it, you know? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Which is also kind of funny too, because I have a lot of clothes, but I have like my favorites and I wear them all the time. I wish sometimes that I was a little bit girlier or whatever, like, and I do not mean this to sound like any sort of like pick me energy, but like I just sometimes just cannot be bothered to put in too much effort and like into my appearance, you know? Like, so I have like the same makeup that I do every day because I feel like it works for me, it's simple. And then I have outfits that I like and they don't take really any thought for me to pick them out. But like sometimes I wish that I was a little bit more excited about picking out new outfits or doing my makeup or my hair. Like, I used to be a lot more that way, I think, when I had fewer responsibilities and stuff, but now that I'm just like, I have other things going on, like I don't want to spend 2 hours getting ready in the morning. But honestly, props to you that do, because sometimes I would love to know different things to do with my hair, or really how to take care of my hair, because I have these fun little, I think they're called like Irish curls. You're not gonna want to see them right now, they've been shoved in this bun all night, so it's not gonna look cute. But it's like this weird combination of curly and straight and wavy, and I don't really know how to take care of it to where it's like really moisturized, and no, it's not whatever I'm doing to it right now. Doesn't that look nice? Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna be throwing this back up in a bun. Cause that's the thing too, is like I just cannot be bothered to do like a curly girl routine. Like, I'm sure that my hair would benefit from it, but I didn't even put a hair tie in this. I'm just a lazy bum. I get out of the shower and I'm just like, cool, this is gonna air dry. Which I will say, I feel like my current haircut can sometimes work. But then other times, if it air dries wrong, it looks like a hot mess. All right, I'm gonna stop talking your ear off. I'm gonna finish my makeup, and then we'll come back together and make some earrings. All right, so I'm done getting all dolled up. So now I'm gonna set up so I can film the making of some earrings. I think I'm gonna make some wrapped amethyst earrings. You might recognize, if you follow me on any other platforms, that this is usually where I do like my process videos. If the weather's nice, I might do it outside too, but it's been super rainy this past week, so I'm not gonna do that. Mostly because this is one of the most aesthetic little areas in my house. But mostly I do it in there because it looks a lot nicer than my actual workspace. So I'm gonna give you a little tour of my actual workspace. Welcome to the chaos. It's really awful. I probably shouldn't be showing you this. So this is where I actually do all of my work. It's this really chaotic desk area. Usually all my tools are hanging up there, but I was working on something late last night, so I just kind of left them strewn across the desk. Keep all my beads and everything in this organizer, which I have a lot of people that have asked me about it. It is literally just a toolbox from Harbor Freight. Then all of this, if you don't know, I'm also a musician, and this is all merch for our band. We have like vinyls and everything, and t-shirts, and I need to condense all this down to go in those tubs right there. And then I have like, this is market stuff. All of this goes with me to markets. This is also some displays where I keep all of my earrings and necklaces and stuff when I go to markets. Hello. Yeah, we casually have an upright base. It just hangs out in here because we don't have anywhere else for it to go. Our house really does not have a lot of storage. So this is also our storage room, which is why there's also a Christmas tree. And then this is all of the clothes that I upcycle, like scrap fabric and stuff, which would usually be in that tub up there, but that has become a market tub for me. So yeah, it's not very aesthetically pleasing in here, but ultimately we are working on getting like an external storage space for all of this extra stuff. So eventually this will hopefully just be like my workspace and it can be a little bit nicer, a little bit more organized. So that's why I don't usually film in here because it's not very pretty. So we're gonna pack all this stuff up and we are gonna go record in the other room. Oh, and what I was experimenting with late last night that I was up so late for was I was working on making like this little sun star little hoop earring. This was actually supposed to be like a full star, but I realized I didn't cut enough wire, so it ended up just being like this little half guy. But I feel like it could be kind of cool. I don't know, what do you think? Is it cool? This is with stainless steel and carnelian. And one thing that I like to do, since this kind of area is in the background, I have all these like electric candles that I like to light. I don't know if you can even tell that they're on or if people can even see them, but I just think they look nice. So I turn them on. It's fun because they're actually left over from Joseph and I's wedding. It was really funny because they were all set up like near our like ceremony site, but we did kind of get married, like it was still daylight out, and we forgot to turn them on. So they were all out, but they never got turned on. So all the batteries that are in there are still from our wedding a year and a half ago. And I just turned them on pretty frequently actually, and they've lasted quite a while, but I just held on to them and put them all throughout our house so I can set the mood in the evening and make it all nice and cozy in here. So also I'm gonna light some incense. Obviously you can't smell or see that, but it just puts me in the zone. It feels nice when I'm recording. So I'm gonna light some incense and then we're gonna get to filming and making some earrings. So this is usually where I film. It's not the most comfortable, but it looks a lot nicer. All right, I think we're all set up to film now. I feel so cheesy doing this. Surely one of those will work.
A few moments later.
I was like off to the side of the frame, so I have to do it again. Okay, I think we got a usable one. Doing intros like that is so weird. It feels so fake. No matter how authentic and genuine you try to be, I feel like on social media, like there's still some fakeness to it. I mean, I don't know, like I don't pose like that on the regular, like, you know, just trying to look all cutesy and get people's attention. And I mean, I don't hate the way it looks, but it's also like at the same time, it's like I'm also not exactly that person, you know? But it's kind of funny because like you have to grab people's attention. You need to have like some sort of a thing or whatever. And I will say like those videos have been performing well. And so like, I guess I'm gonna keep doing it. But it is kind of funny because it's like, it feels fake. You're putting on a face, you know, I'm trying to look cute. I'm trying to get your attention. But it feels so cringy like at the same time. So I don't know. Now I can just make stuff. So this is actually my first time doing like these wrapped style earrings in stainless steel. It's tough. The wrapping's not so tough, except for I always like to do the little hanging stone at the bottom in the same gauge wire. I feel like it looks cool with like the bolder gauge than like, you know, like a really small gauge wire. Oh my gosh, this with 20 gauge stainless steel is really tough. Like not easy. It is so much harder than working with like copper or something. So I also get a lot of people that ask me about this little power tool that I use in a lot of my videos. It's literally just like a little battery powered Dremel mini mite. And a lot of times I just have this like wire brush on it, mostly because a lot of times I use it to not necessarily just for polishing, but to get out like if I hammer a piece or or something like that, it can help like minimize like plier marks and like little nicks and stuff. So that's why you'll probably see me use this a lot, because I feel like it does help kind of minimize any like blemishes that I might accidentally leave on the metal. With stainless in particular though, I feel like it always kind of has like, it's a slightly matte finish or something on it, and I feel like this just kind of helps knock that off and give it like a little bit of a shine. So nothing too fancy. I really do like it though, because it's a little battery powered, you know, you can just take it with you wherever. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm almost done filming these pair of earrings, then we're probably gonna go ahead and pack up and get ready to ship out that order. All right, so I just finished up making these bad boys and filming the process. So I'm gonna go pack up the order I need to ship out and make a grocery list, and I guess go do those and then come back and film some more process videos. So I'm actually really excited that this order sold, because I literally made it and then did like a process video of it and then posted it, and it sold that same day. And I wasn't even actually intending on selling it. I was kind of thinking about keeping it for myself, but I mean, it just means it wasn't meant to be. If somebody else really wanted it, it's gonna get to go to a beautiful home out in California. So it's this really pretty like choker, this focal link in the middle. It is a pewter daisy. It's by Green Girl Studios out of North Carolina. And then all the beads are African bloodstone, and it's also made with stainless steel. And then it's got like a little extender on the back as well. It also works really nicely for a bracelet. So I'm really excited that this one found a home. I think it turned out really pretty. I don't know. It's just really amazing when I get to make something that like, I just want to make it because I think that it's pretty and makes me happy, and then somebody else likes it enough that they want to give it a new home. Like, that's just a really special feeling. So let's get this baby packed up and ready to go. I also always like to handwrite a little thank you note to go with all of my orders. This one I'm gonna do, I will say I'm actually out of envelopes, so I'm gonna get like everything ready to go, but then I'm gonna have to get an envelope on the way to the post office, so. I also like to pick out a couple of stickers to package with the order as well. I also like to try and throw one of my band stickers in there as well, just for some little free advertising.
Little baby Nova has come to help me out. What you doing, baby? Isn't she precious? Look how cute you are. You just such a sweet little baby. She's in my lap now. She's a mama's girl. She always likes to hang out with me. She's also a sleepy girl. She sleeps all the time. You helping?
All right, so we have our package ready to go. So I'm gonna head out and go get an actual envelope for this to go in, ship it out, and then we're gonna go get some groceries and then come back and make more things. Also,
The boy. Hey, boy.
I have returned. That took a lot longer than I anticipated. I ended up going to visit my mother-in-law at work, and then talked on the phone to my mom for a long time, and then my husband. And now we're back home though. We have groceries, so I'm gonna put all these away. And then honestly, I usually like to film when I have natural lighting, but it's really overcast because it's been storming a lot, and it's like 4 o'clock, so it's not very bright out. So as I'm sure you could partly tell, I still have like an overhead light on and it's not very bright in here. So we might be filming in the chaotic studio space, work desk, office, storage room area instead. So because I have a really nice work light in there, so makes it where you can at least see things even though it looks terrible. You know, as chaotic as this room is, part of me actually really enjoys like filming process videos in here, just because I have this really nice light that moves around and swivels. It even has a like a magnifying glass, which is really helpful sometimes. But generally it's just nice because this is where I like actually work when I'm making things. So like I actually have like all of my tools in here. I'm not trying to lug what I think I need in there and then ultimately forgetting something and having to make 5 trips back to get the said things. I think one of the things that takes so long when I film in there too is that I try to get like a bunch of different angles and try to keep it like interesting. When I'm working in here, I don't really do that. I just like filming my hands, so it's nice. So it doesn't take as long. But what I'm about to make is I'm gonna make some butterfly necklaces, or at least a butterfly necklace, because I have the fun little butterfly earrings. So I like to make the necklaces to match, and at least like one silver one and one brass one just to match in case somebody does want a set. And I also need to make a pair of the brass earrings as well. Oh, and also I've been experimenting with making rings because that's like one thing that I've not really done a whole lot of. Like even with making jewelry for a really long time, I've just not really done that. I've mostly made like bracelets and necklaces and earrings. Earrings are my favorite. But I made this ring, which I think is kind of cool. I like it. I just don't have a ton of experience making rings. These are some of the other like little experimental ones that I've made. I would really love to get to where I can actually make rings because I've actually had people ask about them, particularly at markets, and I just feel like it'd be really fun because there's something you can wear multiple rings. You know, for most people you can only wear like one pair of earrings at a time, or not everybody wants to layer necklaces, but I feel like rings you can wear multiple of. But I do really like how this one came out. It was pretty time consuming, but I think that there are ways that I could make it go a lot faster, but I think it turned out really cool. It feels pretty sturdy too. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still learning. I'm always trying to grow and learn and become a better artist, and this is something that I've not really explored a lot, so oh no, man down. There's a boy back there doing something I don't think he's supposed to do. Oh, he found the ring. No.
That's my ring, I'm sorry.
Isn't he precious though? Look at that boy.
Look at that little face. Ooh.
Anyway, I need to stop yapping and I need to get to making, so let's make some stuff.
Connected to day.
I always gotta listen to some music when I work if I can help it. So I will say that is one of my favorite things of like doing this and getting to work from home is I can just blast whatever music I want to listen to. So I've become really bad about listening to like the same album over and over though. So recently the on repeats have been Speed Kills by Ali Evanson. Such a good album. She makes the catchiest songs. Definitely recommend. It's like kind of like alt pop. Really like it. Also October Rust by Typo Negative. I know it's a very acquired taste. It's really good when you get it. I did not get it for a long time and I really hated Typo Negative, but just in the past like 8 months probably, like I get it and I love it. I listen to them way too much now. So let me know in the comments what you've been listening to lately. Okay, I am officially finished filming the making of my butterfly necklace, and I also made a pair of butterfly earrings as well because I did already have some, but I needed to like stock up a little bit more for this weekend, so this is what we have. Here is our pretty butterfly necklace. I used carnelian on it and it's brass. And then we have a pretty pair of matching earrings. So usually if I'm like filming clips of my pieces for social media, I like to come out to my back deck and take videos back here just because I have the greenery in the background and it just looks a lot nicer than just trying to take a video in front of a gray wall or something. I definitely still do that sometimes depending on the weather, but I just feel like it looks nicer out here and the lighting is usually a little better too. So I get some clips of these and then it's time to go cook some dinner.